The room is quiet. A phone buzzes. Again. You scroll, tense, empty. Another argument replays in your head. Words you didn't say sting. Ever felt this chaos inside? What if you could stop, not react, not break, just stillness? Each outburst steals your power. Each grudge chains your freedom. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Control is within, not in their words or actions, but in your silence, your choice." How many times have you reacted, lost yourself in their noise? Stoicism isn't just old words. It's a blade, sharp, ready to cut through your inner storm. Hundreds of thousands search for it. They're like you, seeking clarity. When did you last feel unmoved? Before we talk principles, one story. A man like you found his way. A man sits, desk clutter, emails pile, phone lights up, his jaw clenches, words unsaid. The meeting replays, sharp, cutting. His boss mocked, team laughed. He wanted to shout, prove them wrong. Fingers hovered over a furious email. Anger burned, chest tight, heavy. He stood, paced, heart racing. Then, a pause, a single breath. He closed the laptop, screen dark, Saturday still, eyes on the window. Rain fell, soft, steady, unmoved. Why fight what's already done? Their words, not his truth. He whispered, "This I control." The fire inside began to fade. Not weakness, but strength. In silence, like rain, he let it pass. Stillness was his rebellion. 10 principles shaped his next step. They can shape yours too. If you've felt this, we're still here. Lesson yksi. Act virtuously. You wake, chasing their applause. The corner office gleams, distant. You grind for that shiny car. Post photos, craving likes, validation. Each day, a race for more. You tell yourself, this is life. Another raise, another fleeting rush. You've done this, haven't you? Worked late for a hollow nod, smiled wide, but felt empty. The world cheers, yet you're lost. Chasing their gaze, you lost you. Each step forward, a step away. From what? Your core, your dignity. You bend to fit their rules. Say yes when your gut screams no. Nod along to avoid the clash. And slowly, your spine softens. Your voice fades, unsteady, quiet. This is the cost of chasing. Not just time, but your essence. You felt it late at night. When silence falls, truth creeps in. What's left when their claps fade? A mirror showing a stranger's face. You've seen it in others too. The loud ones, boasting, always winning. Their eyes betray the same void. They chase like you once did. You've scrolled past their perfect lives. Felt small, comparing your own. Each like a needle in your chest. Each comment, a weight you carry. You've chased their version of success, but success left you feeling less. You've sat in that meeting room, Sposs's words, sharp, cutting deep. They mocked. You stayed silent, wanted to scream, but swallowed it. That moment stole your power, not their words, but your silence. You've replayed it 100 times. What you should have said haunts you. Each replay chips at your core. You've been there, arguing, heated. Words flew like blathers, reckless. You won, but lost something bigger. Trust, respect, a piece of you. You felt that sting of regret. Wished you'd stopped before it broke. These moments, they pile up, each one a crack in your soul. You've chased what they told you. Work harder, shine brighter, be seen. But every trophy feels like ash. Every win leaves you colder. You've stood in crowded rooms, smiling while your heart sank. Felt alone, surrounded by noise. That's the pain of living for them. You feared becoming someone else, a shadow shaped by their hands. You've dreaded being controlled again by their opinions, their sneers, by the need to be enough. You've known this fear of fading, of waking up and feeling nothing. You've wanted to break free, to stand tall without their nods, to live by your own code, not their rules, not their games. You've craved that quiet strength, the kind no one can shake. You've sensed it in rare moments, when you said no and meant it, when you walked away, head high. Those were sparks of your virtue. But sparks need fuel to burn. The world pulls, hard, relentless. It tempts with quick, shiny winds. You've fallen for it before. Sent that email full of anger. Stayed quiet when truth demanded voice. Each choice shaped who you are and who you're not. Right now, what's the cost of one more chase? Another year of feeling empty? Another fight you didn't need? You asked yourself, late at night, what matters when the noise stops? Seneca knew virtue is wealth, not gold, not fame, but character. Without it, every gain is loss. You've chased shadows long enough. Their praise doesn't warm you. It's a trap, glittering but cold. You've known this, always, somewhere. When did you last feel whole? Running for their approval, you fracture. Each compromise, a wound inside. You've seen the cracks in others, the ones who shout to hide their pain, their lives, polished but hollow. Virtue isn't loud or flashy. It's quiet, a steady flame, choosing right when no one sees. You've had moments of this power, helped a stranger, no reward sought, kept your word despite the cost, stood firm when they pushed. Those moments felt like home, like you were finally you. This is virtue, the Stoic way, not a lecture, but a practice. It's choosing to stand unmoved, even when the world screams back. You've lost yourself in their race, but you can stop right here. You've wanted this, haven't you? A life not swayed by them, a heart not chained by praise. Virtue builds that kind of life. It's not easy. Nothing true is. But it's yours if you choose. You felt the weight of their eyes, yudging, pulling, shaping your steps. You feared becoming their puppet, strings tied to every choice. But you've also known your strength when you stood against the tide, when you spoke your quiet truth. Those moments were your virtue. They're still there, waiting inside. Seneca wrote, "Character is happiness, not fleeting, but deep, eternal." You've tasted it in small ways. Saying no to a bad deal, walking away from a toxic fight, helping when no one noticed. Those choices made you taller. They built a piece of you. You feared losing that piece, of being molded into their shape. You've wanted to be free, to live by your own light. Virtue is that light, steady, sure. It doesn't bend to their whims. You've seen it in others, rarely. The quiet ones who don't need applause. Their eyes hold a different fire. You've wanted that fire, haven't you? To burn without needing their fuel, to stand without their approval. This is what Stoicism offers, a path to your own code. You've chased enough, haven't you? Their cheers never filled the void. Their nods never healed the pain. You've known this in your bones. When did you last feel alive? Not for them, but for you. Virtue isn't a word. It's action. It's choosing the harder right over the easy, fleeting wrong. You've done it in small ways. Stood up when it wasn't easy. Kept silent when words would wound. Those choices were your power. They're still yours if you claim them. The world will always pull. It tempts with glitter, with ease. You've fallen and you'll fall again. But each fall teaches you this. Virtue is the only wealth, not theirs, but yours forever. You've felt this truth, haven't you? In the quiet, when lies fade, you've wanted to live this way, to be unmoved by their noise, to be you, no matter what. This is the Stoic call, not to win, but to be. You can start right now. You've chased their fleeting praise, but virtue, it's not their game, it's yours. If you dare claim, Seneca said, virtue anchors happiness, not in wealth, but in choice. You've felt this in quiet moments, when you stood against the crowd, when you spoke your raw truth. Those were glimpses of your core, but the world, it never stops. It pushes, tempts, pulls you back. You've slipped into their rhythm, laughed along, to hide your shame, nodded, yes, to keep the peace. Each time you gave a piece of your own light. You felt that loss, haven't you? When you lied to be liked, told a story that wasn't yours, smiled wide to mask the pain. You gained their nod, but what? A hollow win, a heavier heart. You've sat in that dim room, after the party, noise all gone, felt the weight of words unsaid. You wanted to speak, but didn't, feared their judgment, their cold eyes. That fear, it stole your voice. You've known this. Deep inside, the dread of losing you, of becoming what they want. A puppet, strings pulled tight. You've hated that, haven't you? Being shaped by their demands. You've wanted to break free, to live by your own rules. Stoicism offers that sharp blade to cut those strings forever. Virtue is choosing the right, not the easy, not the loud. You've done this in small ways. Held your tongue when anger flared, walked away from a bad fight, helped someone no one saw. Those choices built your dignity. They lit a fire inside. You feared that fire fading, smothered by their endless noise. You've craved a steady anchor, something true no one can shake. Virtue is that anchor, unmoving. It's saying no when it's hard. It's standing tall when they sneer. You've seen it in rare souls, the quiet ones who don't bend. They're calm, a silent power. You've wanted that, haven't you? To be unmoved by their chaos, to carry your own light. This is the Stoic way, not chasing, but being, not winning, but standing. You've felt this call before, in moments when you chose right, when you refused to bow low. Those were your virtue, shining, but the world, it claws back, offers deals you know are wrong. You've taken them and felt it, the slow bleed of your integrity. You've lied to avoid the tension, stayed silent when truth burned. Each silence, a stone in you, building walls around your heart. You've wanted to tear them down, to live without those stones. Stoicism teaches how to start. Choose one act, small but true. Say no to that next lie. Speak up when it's not easy. Help someone with no reward. These acts, they rebuild you. They carve a stronger spine. You've tasted this in glimpses. When you stood for what's right, felt taller despite their glares. That's virtue, not a word. It's action, quiet, relentless. You feared you're not enough, that you'll break under their weight. But you've also known your strength when you chose the harder path, when you stayed true to you. This is what Seneca meant. A good character, eternal happiness. Not in their eyes, but yours. You've wanted this, haven't you? A life not swayed by them. A heart not chained by praise. Start small, but start now. Say one truth today, unflinching. Walk away from one trap. Each step builds your core. You've lost yourself in their maze, but you can find your way. Virtue is the map, not their cheers, but your truth. You've felt this in your bones. When did you last stand tall? Choose virtue, and you will, every time, no matter what. The world can't take that. Your dignity is yours alone. Lesson 2. Focus on what you control. You're stuck, horns blaring loud. Traffic crawls, your blood boils. You grip the wheel, knuckles white. Why can't they move faster now? You honk, scream into the void. Nothing changes, but your heart races. You've been here, haven't you? Trapped in a storm of rage. Your day ruined by this chaos. You've felt it, that burning waste. Minutes lost to a pointless fight. You've wanted to break free, but the road, it doesn't care. Their cars, they don't hear you. You've fought what won't bend and lost your own stillness. You've done this outside the car. At work, boss's words cut deep. They criticize. You clench your jaw, want to snap back, prove them wrong. You replay their tone all night, each thought a knot in your chest. You've let them steal your peace, not their fault, but yours. You felt this with a friend. A text arrives, sharp, accusing. Your fingers twitch to fire back. You type, delete, type again. Hours pass. You're still tangled. Their words, now your prison. You've known this, chaos, inside. When you scroll, see their lives. Perfect posts. They're winning, always. You compare and feel so small. You've let them shape your worth. Their shine dims your own light. You feared this truth inside, losing control to their noise. being pulled by their actions, a puppet dancing to their tune. You've hated that sinking feeling when you react and lose you. You've wanted a way out, to stand unmoved by their storm, to hold your own dignity. Epictetus said, "Control is yours, not the traffic, not their words, not the world, but your mind." You've sensed this in rare moments, when you let the car ahead pass, didn't honk, just breathed slow, felt calmer despite the jam. That was you, choosing freedom. You've done it at work too. Boss sneered. You stayed quiet, not weak, but strong, deliberate. Their words didn't own you. You felt it with that text. Read it, but didn't reply. Let it sit like a stone. You walked away, heart steady. Those moments were your power. When you held the reins tight, you feared losing that grip, letting their chaos pull you under. You've wanted to stay unmoved, to live beyond their reach. Stoicism draws a clear line. What's yours and what's not. You can't control the traffic's pace, or their tone, or their texts. But you control your next breath, your next word, your next step. You've lost it, haven't you? Reacted fast and felt the sting. Yelled in traffic, then felt empty. Snapped back, then regretted it. Each reaction, a piece of you, given away to what's not yours. You've seen it in others too. The guy shouting at the red light, his face red, but nothing gained. His anger, just a heavy chain. You've wanted to shed that chain, to move without their weight. This is the Stoic truth. Focus only on what's yours. Your thoughts, your choices, your calm. You've tasted this in small ways. Ignored a jab and felt taller. Let a slight pass like wind. Those choices built your core. But the world, it keeps pulling, tempts you to fight the wrong fight. You've fallen into that trap, cursed the rain for soaking you, blamed the boss for your bad day. Each blame, a step from freedom. You've felt the cost of this. Hours spent replaying their slight, energy drained by their noise. You've wanted to stop this, to live without their shadow. Epictetus wrote, "Let go what's not yours. The traffic, it's not your fight. Their words, not your burden." You've feared being swept away by their chaos, their endless pull. You've craved a steady anchor, something no storm can shake. This is what Stoicism offers, a line between you and them. You've wanted this, haven't you? To stand while the world rages, to hold your own stillness. Start now with one small choice. Breathe slow when the horns blare. Stay quiet when they provoke. Each choice, a brick in your wall. You've lost yourself in their storm, but you can find your way. You've fought battles not yours, lost hours to their chaos. You've wanted to stop this, to hold your own ground. Your friend betrayed your trust. Words sharp, cut like knives. You wanted to lash out, to prove they were wrong. You typed a message, furious, fingers shook, heart pounded hard. You've been there, haven't you? Burning with that raw anger, replaying their words all night. Each thought, a wave crashing. You let them steal your calm. Their betrayal, not your fault, but your reaction, that's on you. You felt this. Scrolling news. Headlines scream, world's on fire. You read, heart sinks deeper. You worry about what's next. Hours pass. You're still stuck. Their chaos, now you're chaos. You've feared this endless pull, losing yourself to their storm, being swept by what's not yours. You've hated that sinking weight when you react and feel worsted. You've craved a sharper blade to cut through their noise. Epictetus said, control is yours. Not their actions, not the news, but your mind, your next move. You've tasted this in small wins. When you didn't reply to that text, let their words fade like smoke, felt lighter despite their sting. That was you holding power. You've done it in other ways. Boss pushed, you stayed steady, didn't snap, just nodded slow. Their venom didn't touch you. You felt it with bad news. Read the headline. Heart raced, but you paused, took one breath, let it pass. Like a cloud, those moments where your freedom, when you chose not to drown. You've feared losing that choice, letting their waves pull you under. You've wanted to stand unmoved, to live beyond their reach. Stoicism hands you that blade. Focus only on what's yours. Your breath, your words, your calm. You've lost it, haven't you? Reacted fast and felt regret. Yelled at someone, then felt empty. Argued back and gained nothing. Each reaction, a piece of you, thrown away to what's not yours. You've seen it in others too. The man ranting at the barista, his voice loud, but nothing won. His anger, just a heavy chain. You've wanted to shed that chain, to walk without their weight. This is the Stoic way. Let go what you can't hold. Their betrayal, not your burden. The news, not your fight. You've fallen into their trap. Cursed the rain for falling. Blamed the world for your pain. Each blame, a step from stillness. You felt the cost of this. Energy drained by their noise. Mind tangled by their mess. You've wanted to stop this, to live with a clear sky. Epictetus wrote, accept what comes. The storm, it's not your fight. Their words, not your truth. You feared being swept away by their chaos, their endless pull. You've craved a steady anchor, something no wave can break. This is what Stoicism gives. A line between you and them. You've wanted this, haven't you? To stand while the world roars. To hold your own peace. Start now with one small act. Breathe deep when they provoke. Stay silent when anger calls. Each choice a cut through noise. You've lost yourself in their waves, but you can steer your ship. Choose your breath, not their fight. Choose your silence, not their noise. You felt this in rare moments, when you walked past their jab, didn't react, just kept walking, felt stronger despite their words. That's the Stoic truth. What's not yours doesn't own you. What's yours is enough. You've wanted to live this, to be a rock in their storm, to carry your own light. This is the Stoic call. Not to fight, but to cruise. Not to win, but to be. You can start right now. Next time The world pushes. Pause, breathe, hold your ground. Their chaos isn't your fight. Your control is your freedom. You felt this deep inside. When did you last feel free? Choose what's yours, and you will. Every time, no matter what. The world can't take that. Your stillness is yours alone. Lesson 3. Take responsibility. Who makes you lose control? Really, who lights that fire? You point at them, don't you? Their words, their sneers, their faults. You've blamed the world's sharp edges, felt justified in your anger. You've done this, haven't you? Cursed the coworker for their jab. Their critique, it burned deep. You stewed all day, all night. Their voice echoing in your head. You've told yourself they're the problem, not you. Never you, right? But that blame, it's a heavy chain. Each finger pointed binds you tighter. You felt it, that sinking weakness. When you blame, you hand them power. Their words, now your master. You've been there. In that meeting, boss overlooked your hard work. You seethed, called it unfair, wanted to shout, make them see, but you didn't, just sat, silent. That silence wasn't strength. It was shame, dressed as restraint. You've replayed it 1,000 times. Their slight, your failure to act. Each loop, a cut in your core. You've blamed others for your pain. The friend who didn't call back. The partner who broke your trust. You've said they made you small. Their choices, your heavy heart. You've carried that weight, haven't you? Let their actions shape your days. You feared this truth inside, that you gave them the reins, that you let them steer you. You've hated that creeping dread of being a shadow of yourself, pulled by their every move. You've wanted to break those chains, to stand without their shadow, to live by your own light. Epictetus said, men aren't disturbed, not by things, but their opinions. Your anger, it's your choice. Their words, just air, passing. You've sensed this in rare moments. When you let their jab slide, didn't beat just breathed deep, felt steady, despite their noise. That was you taking control. You've done it in small ways. Coworker snapped. You stayed calm, didn't argue, just nodded, firm. Their venom didn't touch you. You felt it after a fight. Words thrown, you stopped short. Chose silence, not more fuel. That choice, it set you free. You feared losing that freedom, letting their chaos own your mind. You've craved a stronger grip, something no one can shake. Stoicism points to your truth. You control your thoughts, your acts, not their slights, not their faults. You've lost it, haven't you? Blamed the world and felt weak, raged at them, then felt empty, pointed fingers and gained nothing. Each blame a chain you forged, binding you to their chaos. You've seen it in others too. The man yelling at the cashier, his face twisted, but nothing won. His anger, just a tight leash. You've wanted to shed that leash, to walk without their pull. This is the Stoic call. Own your mind, not their mess. Their words, not your burden. You've fallen into their trap. Blame the rain for your mood. Blame them for your pain. Each blame, a chain you forged. You felt the cost of this, hours lost to their echo, heart heavy from their weight. You've wanted to stop this, to live with a clear heart. Epictetus wrote, "Choose your response, their actions, not your cage, their faults, not your fight. You've feared being dragged down by their chaos, their endless pull. You've craved a steady anchor, something no storm can shake. This is what Stoicism offers, a mirror to see yourself. You've wanted this, haven't you? To stand while they rage on, to hold your own dignity. Start now with one small choice. Look inward when they provoke. Own your choice, not their noise. Each choice, a spark of strength. You've lost yourself in their blame, but you can find your way. What's easier, blaming them or facing your own choice? You've chosen the easy path, pointed outward, never inward. You've blamed their cold words, their silence, their sharp glares. You've said they broke you, but did they, or did you? You've felt this, haven't you? That sting of dodging truth. You've scrolled through their comments, a stranger's yab, online, cruel. You wanted to fire back, to prove they don't know you. You typed, heart pounding fast, then stopped, but still felt small. You blamed them for that feeling, not your choice to keep scrolling. You've done this with the news. Headlines scream, world's a mess. You spiral, feeling helpless, lost. You blame the state of things, not your choice to stay glued. You've carried that heavy regret, wished you'd stopped before it consumed. You've feared this truth inside, that you gave them your power, that you let them shape you. You've hated that sinking weakness. When you point and lose control, you've wanted to stand taller, to live by your own code. Epictetus said, "You choose your chains, not their actions, but your response." Their words, just a phenomenon. You've sensed this in quiet moments, when you didn't snap at their jab, just breathed and let it pass. Felt steady despite their noise. That was you, owning strength. You've done it in small ways. Colleague mocked, you stayed calm, didn't argue, just kept focus. Their venom slid off you. You felt it after a slight. Someone cut you off in line. You wanted to call them out, but you paused, chose silence. That choice, it set you free. You feared losing that freedom, letting their mess own your mind. You've craved a sharper edge, something no one can dull. Stoicism hands you that edge. Own your acts, not their faults, their slights, not your burden. You've lost it, haven't you? Blamed them and felt empty, raged at the world, gained nothing, pointed fingers and stayed stuck. Each blame, a chain you forged, binding you to their chaos. You've seen it in others too, the woman shouting at her phone, her voice shrill, but nothing won. Her anger, just a tight leash. You've wanted to shed that leash, to walk without their weight. This is the Stoic way. Take the reins of your mind. Their actions, not your cage. You've fallen into their trap. Blamed the boss for your bad day. Blamed the world for your pain. Each blame, a chain you forged. You felt the cost of this. Hours lost to their echo, heart heavy from their pull. You've wanted to stop this, to live with a clear mind. Epictetus wrote, "You're not the victim. Their faults, not your truth. Their noise, not your fight." You feared being dragged down by their chaos, their endless pull. You've craved a steady anchor, something no storm can shake. This is what Stoicism gives, a mirror to see your truth. You've wanted this, haven't you? To stand while they rage on, to hold your own dignity. Start now with one small act. Look inward. When they provoke, own your choice, not their noise. Each choice, a spark of strength. You've lost yourself in their blame, but you can forge your way. Choose your response, not their fight. Choose your truth, not their lies. You've felt this in rare moments, when you walked past their slight, didn't react, just kept steady, felt stronger despite their words. That's the Stoic truth. What's not yours doesn't own you. What's yours is your power. You've wanted to live this, to be a flame in their storm, to carry your own light. This is the Stoic call, not to blame, but to own, not to break, but to be. You can start right now. Next time they push you, pause, breathe, choose your path. Their chaos isn't your cage. Your control is your freedom. You felt this deep inside. When did you last feel whole? Own your choices, and you will. Every time, no matter what. The world can't take that. Your strength is yours alone. Lesson pero. Distinguish good, bad, indifferent. Life is a rushing river. You swim, chasing glittering stones. Money, fame, they shine, don't they? You grab for that new watch, post it for their wide eyes. You think, this is good, this will fill that inner void. You've done this, haven't you? Bought the shoes to feel seen, worked overtime for their nods. Each purchase a fleeting high, each like a spark, then gone. You've chased what sparkles bright, but the river, it keeps flowing. Your hands clutch empty water. You've felt it, that sinking pain, when the shine fades to dust. You've spent hours on your look, mirrored your hair, your skin, your flaws. Thought beauty would make you whole, but their glances never stayed. You've tied good to their gaze, to the weight of your bank. You've called it BAD when it's gone. Lost a job, felt like failure. Lost a friend, felt like death. You've drowned in that false scale. Good, bad, you labeled it all. You've feared this truth inside, that you're chasing what doesn't last, that you're sinking in their rules. You've hated that hollow feeling when you win but feel empty. You've wanted to swim free, to rise above the river's pull. Marcus Aurelius said, "Virtue is good. Nothing else holds that weight. Money, looks, they're just water, flowing past, neither good nor bad." You've sensed this in rare moments, when you helped without a reward, felt steady despite no praise. That was you touching truth. You've done it in small ways. Gave time to a struggling friend, didn't post, just quietly helped. Their thanks didn't matter then. You felt full without their eyes. You feared missing that feeling, chasing stones that sink you down. You've craved a clearer sight, to see what truly lasts. Stoicism draws a sharp line. Good is virtue, nothing more. Bad is vice, nothing less. All else, indifferent, like waves. You've lost it, haven't you? Called wealth good, then felt poor. Called loss, bad, then felt broken. Each label, a stone you carry, dragging you beneath the river. You've seen it in others too. The man flaunting his new car, his smile wide, but eyes empty, his pride just a fleeting ripple. You've wanted to shed those stones, to swim without their weight. This is the Stoic truth. Money comes, money goes. Fame fades, like morning mist. They're not good, not bad. They're just part of the river. You've fallen into their trap, bought the lie that things define you, felt crushed when they slipped away. Each loss, a cut in your core. You felt the cost of this. Hours spent chasing their shine, heart heavy when it's gone. You've wanted to stop this, to live beyond their measure. Marcus wrote, only virtue endures, not the watch, not their claps, but your choice to do right. You feared being swept away by their values, their fleeting lights. You've craved a steady anchor, something no wave can move. This is what Stoicism offers, a lens to see what's true. You've wanted this, haven't you? To swim while the river rages, to hold your own clarity. Start now with one small shift. See wealth as just a tool. See loss as just a wave. A shift, a step toward freedom. You've lost yourself in their scale, but you can find your shore. You've chased the river's glitter, but the river, it doesn't care. Its waves carry no meaning. You've labeled wealth as good, loss as bad, heart sinking low. You've drowned in that false weight. You've scrolled through their posts, their vacations, their perfect lives. You compared and felt so small, called their shine your failure. You felt it, that sharp pain, when their light dims your own. You've been there, job slipped away, promotion passed to someone else. You called it bad, felt broken, let it define your worth. You've carried that heavy lie, that things make you whole. You've feared this truth inside, that you're chasing what fades fast, that you're sinking in their scale. You've hated that empty feeling when you gain but feel nothing. You've wanted to see clearly, to swim above the river's pull. Marcus Aurelius said, virtue alone endures. Money, fame, just fleeting waves. They're indifferent, not your truth. You've sensed this in quiet acts when you spoke truth, no reward, felt steady despite no claps. That was you finding clarity. You've done it in small ways, gave without expecting their thanks, worked hard, no one noticed. Their silence didn't shake you. You felt strong without their eyes. You feared losing that strength, grabbing stones that drag you down. You've craved a truer measure, to know what truly matters. Stoicism offers that clear lens. Good is virtue, justice, courage. Bad is vice, deceit, cowardice. All else, just the river's flow. You've lost it, haven't you? Called praise good, then felt empty. Called loss bad, then felt lost. Each label, a chain you forged, binding you to their waves. You've seen it in others too. The woman flaunting her new bag, her smile forced, eyes so dim, her pride just a passing ripple. You've wanted to shed those chains, to swim without their weight. This is the Stoic way. See wealth as just a tool. See loss as just a wave. They don't define your core. You've fallen into their lie. Thought things could fill your void. Felt crushed when they faded. Each loss, a wound you chose. You've felt the cost of this. Hours spent chasing their light. Heart heavy when it's gone. You've wanted to stop this, to live beyond their scale. Marcus wrote, only virtue lasts. Not the car, not their likes, but your choice to be just. You've feared being swept away by their measures, their fleeting shine. You've craved a steady bow, something no wave can break. This is what Stoicism gives, a shore to stand unmoved. You've wanted this, haven't you? To rise while the river roars, to hold your own truth. Start now with one small shift. See money as neither good, see loss as neither bad. Each shift, a step toward freedom. You've lost yourself in their labels, but you can find your shore. Choose virtue over their glitter. Choose justice over their praise. You've felt this in rare moments when you acted true, no gain, didn't chase. Their fleeting nods felt taller despite their silence. That's the Stoic truth. What's indifferent doesn't own you. What's good is your choice. You've wanted to live this, to be a rock in their stream, to carry your own light. This is the Stoic call, not to chase, but to be, not to sink, but to rise. You can start right now. Next time the world tempts, pause, see it as it is. Their shine, just a passing wave. Your virtue is your anchor. You've felt this deep inside. When did you last feel free? Choose what lasts, and you will, every time, no matter what. The river can't take that. Your clarity is yours alone. Lesson 5. Practice what you learn. They read books on wisdom, highlight quotes, nod in awe. They listen, podcasts fill their ears. Stoic words spark their hearts. But then they close the book, shut the app, and walk away. They're unchanged, still quick to snap, still chasing the same old traps. You've done this, haven't you? Devoured wisdom, felt so wise. But the next day, you're the same. Yelled in traffic, cursed the rain. You've collected truths like trophies, stored them in your mind's shelf, yet your life stays stagnant. You felt it, that heavy waste, knowing better, but doing nothing. You feared this truth inside. That words alone won't save you. That wisdom without action fades. You've hated that stuck feeling, trapped in your own knowing. You've wanted to break free, to live what you've learned. The Stoic, they don't just read, they act, carve their path. Marcus Aurelius said, don't waste time. Be the good you know inside. They rise while others dream. They choose while others wait. You've seen them, the quiet ones. No loud boasts, just steady steps. They don't quote, they do. You've wanted that, haven't you? To be more than your thoughts. To walk the path you know. You've sat with that self-help book, pages turned, heart briefly lit, felt in spiel for a moment. But then the phone buzzed. You scrolled. Inspiration dissolved. Next day, you snapped again. At a coworker, over nothing. You felt that sting of regret, knowing wisdom, but not living it. You've done this with podcasts too. Stoic voices in your earbuds. They spoke of calm, of control. You nodded, felt so clear. But hours later, you're raging at a text that hit too hard. You typed back, fast, reckless. You've carried that heavy shame for knowing but not doing. You've feared this cycle's grip, learning truth but staying stuck, becoming a shadow of your mind. You've hated that creeping dread of drifting without a purpose. You've wanted to live your truth, to make your knowledge real. The Stoic, they don't wait. They act when the moment comes. They pause when anger calls. They choose the harder right. You've seen it in small ways. Someone stays calm in a storm, their face still while others break. Their strength isn't in words. It's in choices made each day. You've wanted this, haven't you? To turn wisdom into action, to be what you've learned. You've lost it, haven't you? Heard the truth, but stayed still. Saved quotes, but changed nothing. Each missed chance, a step back, keeping you in the same fog. You've seen it in others too. The man quoting philosophy loud, his voice bold, but life chaotic. His words, just a hollow mask. You've wanted to shed that mask, to live beyond mere talk. This is the Stoic truth. Wisdom is in what you do, not what you know or say. You've fallen into their trap. Thought learning was enough to grow, felt wise, but stayed the same. Each pause, a chance you missed. You've felt the cost of this. Days spent gathering empty truths, heart heavy with undone acts. You've wanted to stop this, to live with a clear purpose. Marcus wrote, "Action is life, not debates, not endless thoughts, but choices made in the now." You've feared staying in place, knowing much, but living little. You've craved a stronger will, something no fog can dim. This is what Stoicism offers, a call to make it real. You've wanted this, haven't you? To stand where your mind points, to hold your own strength. Start now with one small act. Pause when you want to snap. Act on what you know. Each act a step from fog. You've lost yourself in mirror words, but you can forge your way. They know, but never act. They dream, but never move. They speak of calm, of strength, but rage. When the moment comes, they're trapped in their own words. You've been them, haven't you? Read the books, felt so wise, but snapped at the smallest slight. You've waited for the right time to change, to be better, but the time never came. You felt it, that heavy regret, knowing truth but staying still. You've feared this endless loop, learning much but living little, becoming a ghost of your mind. You've hated that creeping stagnation, when you know but don't do. You've wanted to break this, to live what you've learned. The Stoic, they don't wait. They act in the now. They pause when anger burns. They choose the steady path. Marcus Aurelius said, "Be the good, not tomorrow, but today." They rise while others ponder. They move while others talk. You've seen them, the quiet doers. No fanfare, just steady hands. Their strength in what they choose. You've wanted that, haven't you? To turn wisdom into life. To be more than words. You've sat with that journal. Wrote goals, felt so clear. But next day, you're the same. Argued over a petty slight. You've felt that sting of failure for knowing but not acting. You've done this with advice. Heard a friend share Stoic truth. Nodded deep, felt it resonate. But hours later, you're shouting at a stranger over nothing. You've carried that bitter shame for wasting what you know. You've feared this cycle's hold, collecting wisdom, but drifting still, losing your sense of purpose. You've hated that empty feeling when you learn, but don't grow. You've wanted to make it real, to forge your own path. The Stoic, they don't just hear, they live what they learn. They pause before the outburst. They act when it's hard. You've seen it in small acts. Someone stays calm in chaos, their voice low while others scream, their power in their choices. You've wanted this, haven't you? To act where your mind leads, to hold your own truth. Stoicism calls for action now, not plans, not future vows, but steps taken in this moment. You've lost it, haven't you? Heard the call, but stayed put. Saved wisdom, but changed nothing. Each delay, a step from you, keeping you in the fog. You've seen it in others too. The woman quoting endless truths, her voice loud, but life unsteady, her words just a thin veil. You've wanted to shed that veil, to live beyond mere talk. This is the Stoic way. Wisdom lives in what you do, not what you save or say. You've fallen into their trap. Thought knowing was enough to change. Felt wise, but stayed the same. Each missed act, a wound you bear. You felt the cost of this. Days lost to empty plans, heart heavy with undone truths. You've wanted to stop this, to live with a clear will. Marcus wrote, "Don't just think, act, be the man you know. Not tomorrow, but right now." You feared staying in place, knowing much, but doing little. You craved a stronger fear, something no doubt can dim. This is what Stoicism gives, a spark to light your acts. You've wanted this, haven't you? To stand where your truth points, to hold your own strength. Start now with one small step. Hold your tongue when anger rises. Do one thing you know is right. Each act a flame you feed. You've lost yourself in mere thoughts, but you can build your way. Choose action over endless words. Choose doing over waiting still. You've felt this in rare moments. When you acted, true, no delay. Didn't wait, just moved forward. Felt taller, despite the silence. That's the Stoic truth. Wisdom is in your hands. What you do is your power. You've wanted to live this, to be a fire in the fog, to carry your own light. This is the Stoic call, not to know, but to act, not to dream, but to be. You can start right now. Next time you hear truth, don't save it, live it now. Their noise isn't your cage. Your action is your freedom. You've felt this deep inside. When did you last feel alive? Act on truth, and you will, every time, no matter what. The world can't take that. Your strength is yours alone. Lesson 6. Anticipate the worst. What if it all falls? Your job gone by dawn. Your plans dust in wind. You push the thought away. Close your eyes. Pretend it's fine. But the shadow lingers, heavy. You've done this, haven't you? Lived blind to what might break. Hoped hard it won't come. You've lain awake, heart racing. Imagined failure swallowing you whole. The boss's frown, a warning sign. You dread that final talk. You feared the word fired. How it'd feel to lose it all. You've pushed it deeper. But fear, it grows in silence. You've felt it, that cold grip, when you avoid the hard truth. You've been there, heart saying no. You wanted to ask her out, but saw hair turning away. Imagined rejection, sharp, stinging, so you stayed silent, safe. That silence, it wasn't peace. It was paralysis, dressed as calm. You've carried that heavy dread. What if you're not enough? You've feared this truth inside, that failure might define you, that loss might break you. You've hated that trembling heart. When you dodge what could hurt, you've wanted to face it, to stand against the dark. Seneca said, foresee the worst, not to fear, but to prepare. The Stoic stares into shadows, sees the fall, and stands anyway. You've sensed this in rare moments. When you planned for the no, braced yourself, and felt steady. That was you finding strength. You've done it in small ways, thought ahead to a tough talk, knew they'd push. You stayed calm. Their words didn't shake you. You felt it before a test, imagined failing, but studied hard. The fear faded. You were ready. That choice, it gave you power. You feared losing that power, letting dread freeze your steps. You've craved a clearer mind, something no shadow can dim. Stoicism teaches premeditatio malorum, see the worst, to free yourself. Loss isn't the end of you, it's just a moment passing. You've lost it, haven't you? Pushed away the thought of pain, hoped blindly it won't strike. Dodge a tighter chain, binding you to your fear. You've seen it in others too. The man pacing before his speech, his hands shake, eyes so wide. His dread, a cage he built. You've wanted to shed that cage, to walk through the dark. This is the Stoic truth. Face the worst, to find peace. Not to cower, but to rise. You've fallen into their trap. Thought ignoring would keep you safe. Felt panic when it hit. Each shock, a wound you chose. You've felt the cost of this. Nights lost to creeping dread. Heart heavy with what-ifs. You've wanted to stop this, to live without that shadow. Seneca wrote, prepare your mind. Loss comes, but doesn't own you. Failure stings, but doesn't break. You feared being swept away by the dark, the endless fall. You've craved a steady flame, something no storm can snuff. This is what Stoicism offers, a shield against your fear. You've wanted this, haven't you? To stand when the worst comes, to hold your own clarity. Start now with one small thought. Imagine loss and breathe through. See the fall and stand tall. Each thought a spark of courage. You've lost yourself in blind hope, but you can light your way. You've run from the dark, pushed away thoughts of loss, but they creep into your sleep. What if they leave you? What if it all fails? You've buried that gnawing dread, told yourself it won't happen, but the fear, it grows silent. You've been there, haven't you? Imagined betrayal, heart sinking low, a friend's glance, suddenly cold. You dread their turning away. You feared that empty space where trust once held you. You've sat with that project, poured hours into every detail, but saw it crumbling, useless. Imagined failure before it came. You pushed it out of mind, but the weight stayed heavy. You felt it. That cold paralyzes. When fear locks your steps, you feared this truth inside. That failure might swallow you. That loss might own you. You've hated that trembling soul. When you hide from what's possible, you've wanted to face it, to stand in the shadow's teeth. Seneca said, "Meet the worst, not to cower, but to rise." The Stoic looks into the void, sees the fall, and walks on. You've sensed this in small acts. When you braced for bad news, knew it might hurt, stayed steady. That was you, finding courage. You've done it in quiet ways. Thought of loss before a talk. Knew they'd judge, spoke anyway. Their scorn didn't break you. You felt it before a risk. Imagined the no, but tried. The fear faded. You were free. That choice, it lit your fire. You've feared losing that fire, letting dread chain your heart. You've craved a sharper mind, something no shadow can dim. Stoicism offers premeditatio malorum. See the worst to find clarity. Loss isn't the end of you. It's just a passing storm. You've lost it, haven't you? Dodged the thought of what might come. Hoped blindly it won't strike. Ach, dodge, a tighter grip. Fear binding your soul. You've seen it in others too. The woman trembling before her pitch. Her voice shakes, eyes so dim. Her dread, a wall she built. You've wanted to break that wall, to walk through the dark. This is the Stoic way. Face the worst, to find strength. Not to shrink, but to grow. You've fallen into their trap. Thought ignoring would keep you safe. Felt panic when it hit. Each shock, a wound you chose. You felt the cost of this. Nights lost to silent fears. Heart heavy with unseen blows. You've wanted to stop this, to live without that weight. Seneca wrote, "Prepare your heart. Loss comes, but doesn't rule. Failure stings, but doesn't define." You feared being swept away by the dark, the endless fall. You've craved a steady light, something no storm can dim. This is what Stoicism gives, a shield against your dread. You've wanted this, haven't you? To stand when the worst strikes, to hold your own power. Start now with one small act. See the loss and breathe deep. Imagine failure and stand tall. Each thought a spark of freedom. You've lost yourself in blind hope, but you can forge your way. Choose to face what scares you. Choose to see what might come. You felt this in rare moments. When you planned for the worst, didn't flinch, just kept steady, felt stronger despite the dark. That's the Stoic truth. Fear lives in the unseen. Clarity lives in facing it. You've wanted to live this, to be a flame in the night, to carry your own light. This is the Stoic call, not to hide, but to see, not to break, but to be. You can start right now. Next time fear whispers low, look at it, don't turn away. The worst isn't your cage. Your courage is your freedom. You felt this deep inside. When did you last feel ready? Face the dark, and you will, every time, no matter what. The shadows can't take that. Your strength is yours alone. Lesson 7. Internalize your goals. You worked late, eyes burning, for that title, the big desk. You pushed harder than ever. The promotion, it was yours. But the call came, not you. Your heart sank, world went dim. You've been here, haven't you? Chasing a prize, just out of reach. You pinned your worth to it. Their nod, your shining star. When it slipped, you felt failure. A deep void, swallowing you whole. You've done this with their love. Wanted her to choose you. Gave your all to be enough. But she walked, didn't look back. You crumbled, called it loss. You felt it, that crushing pain. When what you chased wasn't yours. You've set goals, high, gleaming. A bigger house, a louder name. You thought they'd make you whole. But each miss left you empty. You've scrolled through their success, their titles, their perfect lives. You aimed to match their shine, but fell short, felt too small. You've tied your heart to them, to their yes, their applause. You feared this truth inside, that their choice might break you, that their no might define you. You've hated that sinking dread. When you aim and miss the mark, you've wanted to stand taller, to live beyond their verdict. Epictetus said, goals are yours, not their nod, not their love, but your effort, your steady hand. You've sensed this in rare moments. When you worked without their eyes, felt steady, despite a no win. That was you finding strength. You've done it in small ways. Studied hard, no grade promised. Gave your best, no claps guaranteed. Their silence didn't shake you. You felt it after a no. Applied for work, got turned down, but kept going, didn't break. That choice, it held you up. You feared losing that hold, letting their verdict pull you down. You've craved a clearer aim, something no one can move. Stoicism draws a sharp line. Aim within, not out there. Your effort, not their prize. You've lost it, haven't you? Chased their yes and felt void. Aimed too high and fell hard. Each miss, a wound you chose, tying you to their whims. You've seen it in others too. The man chasing the corner office, his face tight, eyes so dim, his goal, a chain he forged. You've wanted to shed that chain, to aim where you can reach. This is the Stoic truth. Your goal is how you climb, not the peak others crown. You've fallen into their trap, thought their prize would fill you, felt crushed when it didn't. Each loss, a cut in your core. You felt the cost of this, days spent chasing their light, heart heavy when it faded. You've wanted to stop this, to live by your own measure. Epictetus wrote, aim for effort, not the crown, not their yes, but your will, your steady step. You've feared being swept away by their verdict, their fleeting shine. You've craved a steady rope, something no storm can snap. This is what Stoicism offers. A goal you can always reach. You've wanted this, haven't you? To climb while the world watches, to hold your own freedom. Start now with one small aim. Work hard without their nod. Give fully without their yes. Each step a spark of power. You've lost yourself in their prizes, but you can find your way. You've aimed for their spotlight, posted more to catch their eyes, each like a fleeting thrill. You thought fame would fill you, but the glow faded fast, left you chasing a void. You've been there, haven't you? Craving their nod, their loud cheers. You spoke to win their crowd, hoped your words would make you whole. But silence came, cold, heavy, their shrugs cut deeper than knives. You felt it, that sharp disappointment when their yes didn't come. You've tried to fit their mold, laughed loud to join their group, wanted in to feel enough, but their circle stayed closed tight. You stood outside, heart sinking low. You've carried that empty ache for aiming at their fleeting prize. You feared this truth inside, that their verdict might break you, that their no might own you. You've hated that sinking void. When you chase and still fall short, you've wanted to aim truer, to live by your own light. Epictetus said, aim within, not their claps, not their crown, but your effort, your steady climb. You've sensed this in quiet moments, when you worked, no eyes watching, felt strong. This beat no win. That was you, holding freedom. You've done it in small ways. Ran the race, no medal promised. Spoke your truth, no nods guaranteed. Their silence didn't dim you. You felt it after a loss. Pitched an idea, got turned down. Kept moving, didn't crumble. That choice, it lit your fire. You feared losing that fire, letting their no snuff your will. You've craved a stronger aim, something no one can shake. Stoicism offers that clear mark. Goal is effort, not their prize. Your work, not their applause. You've lost it, haven't you? Aimed for fame and felt empty. Sought their love and felt cold. Each miss, a wound you chose, tying you to their whims. You've seen it in others too. The man posting for endless likes, his face tense, eyes so dim, his chase, a chain he wears. You've wanted to shed that chain, to aim where you can stand. This is the Stoic way. Your goal is how you act, not the peak others choose. You've fallen into their trap, thought their yes would make you, felt crushed when it didn't. Each loss, a cut in your core. You've felt the cost of this. Days spent chasing their shine, heart heavy when it faded. You've wanted to stop this, to live by your own truth. Epictetus wrote, "Effort is yours, not their nod, not their prize, but your will, your steady hand." You feared being swept away by their verdict, their fleeting glow. You've craved a steady anchor, something no storm can break. This is what Stoicism gives, a goal you always reach. You've wanted this, haven't you? To climb while the world fades, to hold your own strength. Start now with one small aim. Work true without their eyes. Give fully without their yes. Each step a spark of power. You've lost yourself in their prizes, but you can forge your way. Choose effort over their glitter. Choose action over their nod. You've felt this in rare moments. When you pushed, no gain promised, didn't wait, just kept climbing, felt taller despite their silence. That's the Stoic truth. Your effort is your victory. Their prize is just a shadow. You've wanted to live this, to be a flame in the mist, to carry your own light. This is the Stoic call, not to chase, but to act, not to want, but to be. You can start right now. Next time you set a goal, aim for effort, not their crown. Their no isn't your cage. Your will is your freedom. You felt this deep inside. When did you last feel strong? Aim within, and you will. Every time, no matter what. The world can't take that. Your strength is yours alone. Lesson 8. Turn obstacles into opportunities. Obstacles, they're stones in your path. You curse them, kick them hard. They block your every step. You see them as cruel enemies, each one a wall, unyielding. You've fought and felt defeat. You've been there, haven't you? Lost your job. World turned dark. The email came. We're moving on. You raged, called it unfair. Saw the stone, not the path. You felt it, that heavy pain, when life throws rocks at you. You've tried to love someone, poured your heart into their hands. They walked away, didn't look back. You saw rejection as a wound, not a lesson, but a loss. You've carried that bitter weight, each stone a mark of failure. You've stumbled on their sharp edges. A project failed, hours wasted. You blamed the stone, not you. You've seen it in your mirror, eyes tired from fighting rocks. You've feared this truth inside, that obstacles might break you.